In this video, we're going to show you to install the blower motor on your Cadillac Escalade located underneath the front passenger side of the dash. Now we want to go underneath the glove box here, and there is a cover right here that we need to remove. There's 4 7mm screws that are holding this in. One is going to be up inside here. The other one is to the left of it, up in there. In the very back, there's a round port. There's a 7mm screw in there. And then over on the passenger side back corner, there is one up inside there. Once you remove those 4 screws, this whole plastic cover will drop down. Now we're using a deep socket with a swivel and the extension. These 2 components here are really going to come in when we go to get these back. Get the 2 back screws removed. Now sure, we could use power tools, but the screws aren't that tight. They're pretty easy to spin out by hand. Now with those screws removed, pull this cover down, set it aside. With that cover out, that's going to give us access to our blower motor back here. There's going to be 3 Phillips head screws around the perimeter, as well as this connector, this harness in the back we need to remove. Now I want to disconnect this connector right here. Now it looks like there's 2 separate connectors, but in all reality, it is one large one. You're going to put your finger on the back side right between these 2 connectors here, and you're going to feel a little spring-loaded clip. You're going to push that clip towards you, grab that harness, gently wiggle it, and you can see this whole unit coming out. On the back side is that little clip in the center that you're going to be releasing. Go ahead and just tuck that over to the side. Now there are 3 screws holding the blower motor in place. There's one right here. And there's one around to the left side. It's in the back over here. You can see it right there. And the other one, we're going to take you around the back here. And there it is right there. So we're going to go ahead and remove those 3 screws. We also want to disconnect this harness right here, this little plastic loop, and just snaps into the side of the blower motor. We're going to use our trim tool to remove that, Phillips head screwdriver to remove the 3 screws, and then we'll lower down the blower motor. Now holding in the blower motor are 3 Torx bit screws. There's one here. There's one on the back side over here, and then there's one over here. Before we pull out that last screw, we're going to use our trim tool to release this little plastic retainer. I'm just going to twist that out. This is just for the harness. Just pull that plastic clip out, set that aside, and that is going to give us access to that screw right on the other side here. remove that screw, set it aside. Grab that blow motor, just twist it off and remove it. Before installing the blower motor, just do a visual inspection up inside, make sure there's no debris in there. Take the new component, feed it right back up and in. Now this is going to line itself up once you get one screw in. So I'm going to hold the blow motor up in a place. Now I'm going to put that screw up and in, but I'm not going to tighten it yet. Now I did snug those down gently. Does not have to be super tight. You don't want to over tighten it because you can strip the plastic. So once that screw stops, you're pretty much all set. Bring that harness around. Push the retainer up and in. Then you can take that electrical connector, line that up into the back side here, and push that up and in. Install the cover underneath. It might take a couple of tries to get these screws to line up. I want to try and get all these started by hand first. Now this back screw that goes in the back corner over here is very tough to get to. So what I do is I take a piece of tape, put a little hole in it, sticky side down. It's going to keep that screw from falling out. Go ahead and put that up inside. All right, now that it's in there, let's install our swivel and our extension. All right, snug that down. And let's go ahead and snug down the other ones. Once that screw bottoms out, you're all set. Don't have to over tighten it. All right, just snug that down. At this point here, you can go ahead and test the blower motor, and you're all set.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.